Have you ever wondered what women really see when they look at a man over 60? Not what you think they notice, but the subtle, almost invisible details that speak louder than words. Here's a truth that might shock you. In a survey of 847 women over 50, not a single one said muscles was the first thing she noticed. In fact, the most important physical signals are the ones most men ignore until it's too late. But before you start guessing, let me ask you, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and truly saw yourself through someone else's eyes? Not just your reflection, but the silent messages your body sends out every day. What if I told you that the fourth most noticed body part is something 91% of men never even think about, yet women say it reveals more about a man's character than his entire wardrobe? Let's rewind for a moment. Picture this. You're standing in line at a coffee shop. You feel a pair of eyes on you. Is it your hair she's noticing? Your shoulders? Or is it something far more subtle, something you haven't even considered? Most men guess wrong, and the third body part on the list. Even I was surprised by what women said. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 most important physical signals women notice in men over 60. But I won't just list them, I'll show you why they matter, how they shape first impressions, and the hidden stories they tell. And as we move through each one, I'll reveal the surprising psychology behind what women are really looking for. But be warned, some of these may challenge everything you thought you knew about attraction after 60. Let's start with the fifth body part, one that quietly shapes every first impression, even before you say a word. It's not your face, your hair, or your clothes. It's your posture. Yes, posture, but don't roll your eyes just yet. Because in our survey, 72% of women said a man's posture tells them more about his daily life than his fitness level ever could. Think about that for a second. What does your posture say about you right now? Imagine this. 2 men walk into a room. One has broad shoulders and a gym-built frame, but his head hangs low, his back is rounded, and his steps are heavy. The other is average, maybe even a little soft around the middle, but he stands tall, chest open, chin level, eyes forward. Which one do you think draws a second glance? The answer might surprise you. Here's the tension. Posture isn't just about standing up straight. It's a silent signal, one that whispers whether you're still engaged with life or quietly giving up. Women aren't comparing you to a 25-year-old. They're asking themselves, is this a man who's still present, still active, still alive inside? Or has he started to fade into the background? That's the real question, and the answer is written in your spine, your shoulders, the way you move through the world. Let's move to the fourth body part, a detail so often overlooked that most men don't even realize it's being judged. Your hands. Surprised? You shouldn't be. Hands are honest. They can't hide behind clothes or clever grooming. Women notice the nails, the skin, the way you care for the smallest details. In fact, neglected hands send a message louder than any expensive watch ever could. Pause for a moment. Look at your hands. Are your nails trimmed? Is your skin healthy? Or do your hands tell a story of neglect, cracked skin, uneven nails, months of ignoring the basics? Here's the suspense. Women aren't looking for perfection. In fact, hands that show honest work, calluses, a little roughness are attractive. They speak of strength, of a life lived fully. But hands that are ignored, they raise questions. If he doesn't care for his hands, what else has he stopped caring about? But don't get too comfortable, because the third body part on our list is the one that caught even me off guard. It's not your chest, not your arms, not your abs. It's your neck and jawline. Surprised? You're not alone. In our survey, 84% of women said the neck and jaw reveal more about a man's health and energy than muscle size ever could. Here's where the tension builds. After 60, the neck and jaw are the first places where time leaves its mark. Skin softens, muscles weaken, and fat gathers under the chin. But here's the twist: women aren't expecting the sharp jawline of your youth. They're looking for effort, for self-control, for signs that you haven't given up. The fight, even small changes, losing a few pounds, doing simple neck exercises can bring back definition and energy. The question is, are you willing to make the effort, or will you let time have the final word? Now let's talk about the second most noticed body part, one that almost no man expects: your forearms. Yes, forearms. Think about it. When you roll up your sleeves, reach for your wallet, or carry groceries, your forearms are on display. Women read them as a sign of practical strength, of ability, usefulness, and confidence, not the kind of strength you get from endless curls at the gym, but the kind that comes from real life, lifting, building, fixing, carrying, the kind of strength that says, I can handle what life throws at me. But here's a pattern interrupt. When was the last time you actually used your hands and forearms for something real? Not just typing or scrolling, but real physical work. The truth is, you don't need fancy equipment. Carry heavy bags, do yard work, hang from a pull-up bar. These simple actions build the kind of forearms and the kind of presence that women instinctively notice. And now we arrive at the number one physical signal, the feature that reveals more about your self-respect than anything else: your eyes and your overall expression. This is where everything comes together. Your eyes show purpose, confidence, and the story you tell yourself about who you are. When you stand tall, move with intention, and look at the world with calm focus, people sense it instantly. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a presence that radiates from your eyes, your posture, your every move. But here's the final twist. You might think it's too late to change. That belief is the biggest lie of all. In fact, this stage of life is the perfect time to start. You have experience, wisdom, and a perspective younger men can't match. Most men your age have stopped trying, but you're just getting started. So here's your challenge. Start with one small change. Stand a little taller, care for your hands, pay attention to your jawline, use your forearms for real work, and above all, let your eyes show the world that you're still here, still present, still alive, still growing. Because age is just a number, discipline and self-respect are what truly last. And here's the question I'll leave you with. What silent signals are you sending to the world right now? Are you ready to rewrite your story one detail at a time? The answer is in your hands, and the world is watching.